Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so we started off the show with the recipe for my big wedge salad, which is just such a simple recipe, but it's so good. I can't even tell you. So it's just a wedge of iceberg lettuce that we took the core out and cut it into 4 wedges. I surround it by big chunky, we're going big here, big chunky slices of tomatoes, but if you want to dice them up, it's up to you. Some big chunks of red onion, big pieces of bacon, and it's naked without a delicious blue cheese dressing. So this is the best ever blue cheese dressing, I think so. And it makes a nice big batch, and it's just fantastic. So we're going to start out. I think people are intimidated about making homemade salad dressings. And once you get into the swing of it, it's so easy, and you probably have most of the ingredients on hand in your house. But I bet most of you buy your ranch and your blue cheese and all of your salad dressings at the grocery store. Try giving it a try at home. I shake up vinaigrettes in jars with just oils and different vinegars, and sometimes garlic, or you use fruit juices like lemon juices, orange juices, lime juice, depending what our salad is going for. Creamy dressings usually just consist of mayonnaise and sour cream. Sometimes I'll use a yogurt, and in this case fresh blue cheese and a lot of the other spices that you already have right in your pantry. So this recipe calls for sour cream, and you could certainly use light sour cream if you wanted to. Mayonnaise, and I'm not talking about the salad dressing, I'm talking about the real mayo, but again, you could use light mayo. And a little bit of milk. And I can always add, I like this to be a pretty thick dressing, so I can always add a little bit more milk as we go. So I'm going to whisk that together first, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of the ingredients. I just want to get this nice and smooth before we put in our blue cheese. Okay, so we've got some salt and some pepper. I like it a little bit peppery. Dry mustard, a little bit of sugar, just a little bit, garlic powder, onion powder, and celery salt. And that really is one of the secret ingredients to this dressing. Now this is something you could certainly make ahead. So if you're having people over for steaks and you want to do a wedge salad, you can certainly get this in the fridge up to a couple days ahead. It's still going to taste great. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Dash or 2 of hot sauce. Now this is not going to be a spicy dressing. This is just going to bring out some flavor. It's not going to be spicy as in, hot Mexican food type of spicy. And another key ingredient, fresh lemon juice. It's really going to freshen it up. Just want to make sure we don't get any seeds in there. That's no fun. So I'm going to squeeze that juice over my hand. As I told you, this makes a nice big batch, so if you've got some leftovers, it'll keep in your fridge for, I'd say, at least a few days. And if you like it a little thicker, it actually makes a really nice dip for wings or veggies and dip. Okay, so in goes our blue cheese. I'm using just a nice wedge of blue, or you could use gorgonzola cheese. And I like to buy it in the wedge and then crumble it myself. I just think it's fresher that way. And no skimping on the blue cheese, so pretty much going to use this whole wedge. And I just use my hands, clean hands, and crumble it up that way. And then I'll use a whisk, and when you add the blue cheese, that's going to thicken it up too. The other thing is when you refrigerate this, and this is one of those dressings that you really should make it at least a few hours ahead, because the flavors are really going to come together in the fridge. And it's also going to get quite a bit thicker in the fridge. So at this point, I can see it needs a little extra milk. And it depends how thick or thin you want it. And I'm going to also do a little bit more lemon juice. So if it seems a little thin now, it's going to thicken up in the fridge. Okay. And when you whisk it, it kind of breaks up the blue cheese and really gets that blue cheese flavor into the dressing. Wanted to get every little bit of that blue cheese out of that whisk, Ann. Don't want to waste it. Okay. So we've got our wedge salad here with our bacon. Can you tell I'm just excited about this salad? So it's a really rich dressing. You don't need a whole ton of it. Just kind of drizzle it over the wedge. And then we've got some extra pieces of blue cheese that will just kind of crumble over the salad. And then I love a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. There you go. A big old wedge salad with a big batch of the best ever blue cheese dressing. You'll find the recipe for that on our website. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, so stay with us.